Long before the stars shone bright in Earth's sky, there were whispers of a voice that traveled across the void of space. It came not with threats, but with a warning. In the darkest corners of the galaxy, where the light of stars barely reached, a lost civilization, the Arthan, left behind a message. Their message was simple, yet heavy with meaning: do not respond to the signal. The message was never meant for Earth, yet it found its way to a faraway planet that could hear it. This message had traveled millions of years before finally reaching Earth. For centuries, humans gazed into the night sky, unaware that their ancestors had already answered the call. One lonely night, a brilliant scientist in a small observatory noticed something strange, a deep space transmission that shouldn't have been there. It was the signal. In the great darkness, the stars watched silently, and the universe waited. Human curiosity was like a spark in the dry woods of the cosmos, and it burned brightly. The signal was answered, and humanity unknowingly invited something into their midst. As the stars turned, the silence of space shattered. Something ancient and powerful began to stir. The Arthan, long gone but watching from afar, could do nothing but wait and wonder if Earth would heed their warning in time, or if the answer had already sealed their fate. Years passed, and life on Earth continued, unaware of the cosmic forces now stirring beyond the stars. But far in the depths of space, an ancient, forgotten race known as the Draymon began to awaken. These were not beings of flesh, but creatures of pure energy, living within the dark spaces between worlds. They had once ruled vast regions of the galaxy, but now their empire lay in ruins, consumed by the very technology they had unleashed. The Draymon had heard the answer from Earth. It was a simple reply, a signal of curiosity, a question tossed into the unknown. But the Draymon, like the Arthan before them, had warned all civilizations: do not respond to the signal. For every answer brought them closer, and when the Draymon arrived, nothing could stop them. A small group of explorers, brave and eager to discover the truth, set off from Earth's orbit aboard the ship Elysium. They were tasked with finding the source of the transmission. As they traveled deeper into the cosmos, they came upon strange phenomena: planets that moved without stars, black holes where nothing ever returned, and galaxies that seemed to vanish as soon as they were seen. In the cold silence of space, the explorers began to feel the pull of something ancient, something that had been waiting for centuries. The crew's scanners buzzed with strange signals, their instruments flickering with energy that seemed to have no source. And then, in the dead of night, the ship's hull shuddered as a massive shadow loomed above them. It was the Draymon fleet, arriving as the legends had foretold. The explorers knew the truth now: the legends of the Arthan and the Draymon were not just stories. They were warnings. And humanity had already answered the call. The Elysium drifted, trapped in the gaze of the Draymon fleet, as ancient eyes observed Earth's fragile response. The explorers, gripped by fear and wonder, were helpless in the face of this overwhelming power. But among the crew was an old myth keeper, a sage who had studied the lost texts of the stars. She had known this day would come. "You think they are here to conquer," she whispered to the captain, her eyes wide with understanding. "But they are not. They are here because they are too late. The answer has already been given, and now they must confront what they have set in motion." The Draymon, now visible in the dark void, did not advance with weapons of war. Instead, they communicated with waves of energy that pulsed through space. Their message was not one of destruction, but of sorrow. The Draymon had once ruled the galaxy, but in their ambition, they had corrupted the very fabric of the universe, scattering civilizations to the winds. They had learned too late that some questions were never meant to be answered. The Mythkeeper spoke again, her voice calm. "It is not the Draymon that will bring us the end. It is our own curiosity that will decide our fate." The explorers understood now: the only way to end this was not through fighting, but through refusing to answer any further calls. They had awakened the Draymon, but they could not undo the signal. All they could do was stop themselves from reaching further into the unknown. As the Draymond fleet hovered in silence, the signal that had once brought humanity to the brink of disaster slowly faded. The universe, once again, went quiet. But in that silence, a question lingered: had humanity learned the cost of their curiosity? And so the myth of the Signal War would live on, whispered in the winds of distant stars, a story of ancient warnings and cosmic missteps. The universe would watch, forever unsure of what other questions humanity might ask.